Hi everyone, this is Luna from the Angelics. Welcome to the Angel Talk by the Angelics. Today, what are we talking, Taylor?
We are talking about your audition processes.
Okay,
Multiple. Because
multiple
you were
audition
you were
processes.
on the team for what, 3 years? Yes, exactly. So we're gonna take it back a little bit from your first year. I want to ask you, what were some challenging stories during your audition or any experiences that were not expected?
Not expected. Oh my
You're
goodness,
like,
there's
that was a
so
long time ago.
many times I was like, I don't know, I can do this. I don't know if I can go through this. I feel like the thing wise, stamina.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, since the first year, I mean, we all experience all the DCRB auditions are very tiring physically and mentally.
Yes,
And even
it's a
our
lot.
director says that, like at the beginning of the audition, she will come in to the class, to the studio, and she'll be like, okay, y'all, be ready to
Hmm.
be broken physically and mentally. And she wasn't lying at all. My first year, um, especially my first year, it was because, I mean, first, I wasn't used to the DCRB dance, which I could prepare a little bit more, but I was learning, choreography that they did at the prep classes.
Mm.
I was screen record these, social media videos and then flip. And I was trying to learn all those things because I feel like that's the easiest way to learn the team style.
Hmm.
I was doing that, but I feel like I could do it more because it was really hard for me to learn the choreography during the audition season. Um, and also the one of the dance that we learned, we had a floor part, like the little breaking dance part. So it
Mm-hmm.
was very confusing. I had all like, a lot of bruise on my knees. And I remember I stayed up until 3 a.m during that audition season. Saturday is always the final,
Hmm.
and then Sunday is always the no. Semifinal is a Saturday, and then
Mm.
final is a Sunday. So Saturday we learned the choreography. I went back to the place that I was staying, stayed up until 3 a.m. and then tried to, knock out the choreography and then come back on Sunday. That was very tiring, but I pushed it through. Thank God I did. But that was the first, I feel like, very challenging moment. But I feel like anyone can go through that if you really want to become one of the member of the team.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that hardest. I feel like the second thing was mental thing for
Hmm.
me, especially it was first week of me moved to the state. So I wasn't still getting used to the food, the temperature, like the environment itself. It
Hmm.
was very new to my body as well. So I felt like, you feel it when you're starting to getting sick. That's how I was feeling on the first week of me getting here. So I was trying to go like push it through. One of the I think it was a veteran. Someone told me about the Dayquil and NyQuil.
Mm-hmm.
Dayquil. I was taking that Dayquil throughout the season, throughout the audition dates.
Oh gosh.
I know. And the whole year, the first year, I was getting sick. I think I told you before, I
Hmm.
was sick. I was getting sick every single month, like
Mm.
just at least one time a month, is
And
because
that's
of this temperature.
yeah, that's a lot like during the season too, because your
Yeah.
body's already going through stuff.
Yeah.
And so sickness on top of that, it's just a whole nother level.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think even if you are moving to another state, that could happen as well. So I always recommend people if you are moving to another state or another country to audition something, I recommend them to get there at least 2 weeks before to get used to the environment and then going into the audition. That
Hmm.
way you don't feel like, oh my gosh, like everything is changing. But
Right.
that's literally how I felt. I should have come here maybe a month before and then getting into the
Hey,
audition.
but you
So
didn't know better. You didn't know what was
yeah,
going to happen. So,
yeah,
but you took it with the punches. You kind of
yeah,
adapted to it sooner or later. We're going
yeah.
to get on to your second year. So I just want to see how much of a difference was it from your
Mm-hmm.
first year? Did you feel more calm? Like, what
Mm-hmm.
things did you already know about the audition process and what was still challenging during that time?
I think it was 50-50.
Mm,
The one is because I already knew the process. Like, okay, this is gonna happen, and next this is gonna happen. So it was very more, I could take the audition more comfortable way because I knew what's gonna happen in next.
mm-hmm,
But still the dance that we learn at the auditions, it's not the thing. It's not, I mean, partially, yes, we already knew the choreography, the 4 minute bring him out, all those like signature dances,
mm-hmm,
we already knew, but we always do two new dances. So that's another, part that was very challenging. I mean, of course, it always does. But I think second season, I was having this weird pressure that I didn't even have to feel that way, but it was definitely different. First year, nobody knows about you, so I could just do whatever I want and just do my best. But the second year, when you walk into the audition room, people know about you, like people recognize you. So like I was very intimidated by that. Like, oh my gosh, people know about me. People gonna look at me and people gonna try to steal my spot. And I
mm,
was in this like fighting mode, which it's good and bad. I didn't have to feel that way. I could just, enjoy the audition process. If I were there and then if I can talk to myself back then I would just say like, hey, just don't feel the pressure about it. Like just have fun with it.
right,
Because at the end of the day, it's not your decision to be on the team or not. It's your directors, it's your judges. So
right.
you can do only so much
Yeah.
about it. So
I,
I think the pressure was the different thing on the second year.
which I think you didn't mention from your first year, but there was only two spots open your first year or
Yeah,
three.
it was three rookies, but kind of two because the one spot was the person who was already auditioned the first
Mm,
year. So it kind of like, and also it was Ryan.
yeah.
And also he was on the rookie squad. So I
Mm,
already could see that like, okay, he's gonna coming in.
right.
But and then during the audition, the director even told us the number of people they
Mm,
can take. So I was like, I was
yeah.
kind of counting down. Okay, veterans. Okay, five,
Right.
six, what?
So that
And
kind of makes sense that you kind of built that expectation of like, oh, someone's gonna take my spot the next
yeah.
year. Like, of course, you went in thinking like, oh, there's limited spots, but it always changes throughout the
Mm-hmm.
years. So
Yeah.
you couldn't really change your mindset, but at least it didn't mess you up or like you talking down to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
saying like, oh, I can't do this. You already knew you could do it, but it was like a certain more pressure that you put on yourself. But
Mm-hmm.
we can't go back on that, but I'm glad you went through it. Hopefully, you enjoyed that process throughout. But now we go on to the third year. So,
Oh my
did you
God.
feel really comfortable then, or still felt a little bit unsettled in because those auditions, you never know what's going to happen, right?
Right. Definitely more comfortable than the first and second year.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my gosh, third year, it's kind of blurred. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I already done 2 years
Right.
doing the auditions, probably. But definitely I was still feeling like, anxious and nervous going into the audition. Learning new choreography, it's always challenging. And be able to dance, comfortably in just 2 days, that's very challenging. But I always, it was in my back of my head, on my third audition that
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be the last year for me. It was because of my visa
Mm-hmm.
expires date. But yeah, coming into the third audition, I was already thinking about, okay, this might be the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So just have fun, do your best, and just let judges decide whatever they need to do. So I think that was
I love that.
more calm,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I could enjoy it more than first and second year. It
Right.
was very emotional, I
No.
would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because definitely, like, if you have that in your brain, you don't know what's going to happen, like,
Yeah.
after the year. So you try to grasp on to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's very
Definitely.
different experiences like each
Right.
year.
Right.
I mean, like, even though we've been on that team for a little bit, like, you never know what to expect in auditions, and it kind of brings out kind of those emotions you don't expect. Like you
Mm.
said, second year, you put this pressure on you, like, you didn't even know what was happening. Third year, you kind of enjoyed it because you thought it was going to be your last. So that's
Yeah.
kind of interesting to kind of get to know. So thank
Right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for
telling your
asking.
stories. Yeah. So we're going to end that there. Thank you for telling us about those auditions. If you want any more answers or questions about her audition process, just comment down below. Other than that, follow us on our Instagram and we'll see you on our next one.
Don't forget to check out our dance workshop that is happening Saturday, 6th December. Peace
Yes.
out.
Promo. Bye, guys.